Hi everyone, welcome to my video. I'm Ida Gohla. I'm Indonesian living in Switzerland, and I would like to share my story about traveling, about learning language, my effort in learning new languages, and also of course blending with the local here. Trying to adapt the routine that people normally do here in Switzerland. So let's just start in the first thing that is for me is very important, driving with a car, of course, because for me my car is my best friend. Every time I want to it is like a kind of difficult day, I just grab my car keys and then I drive around. But here's the thing, in the first year I have to adapt something that I've never done in my home country, which is driving on the left wheel. So in my home country I drive in the right wheel, so like some other Asian countries. So here in Switzerland I have to adapt to drive in the left wheel, and this is not a piece of cake. This is not easy in the beginning, but at the end I get used to it. And also the second thing that I have to adapt is also different sign on the street here in Switzerland compared to my home country. In my next video I'd like to share what is the difference between driving in Asia in general or Indonesia and here in Switzerland. There are many things that I need to adapt to be able to drive safely here. Second thing, this is also kind of weird in the beginning, in the first years that I moved here, is drinking directly from the tap water. At the beginning I kind of hesitate to drink it from the tap water because I imagine of a bacteria or whatever, because you know, drinking from the tap water where below is the sink. This is something like, well, yeah, but then I get used to it because then I just grab the glass and then I just pour the water directly from the tap water, and it tastes really great. So it's really fresh and I don't have to worry anymore because it's also what the people here do every day when they want to drink water. The next thing is saying GRUEZI, saying hello to the people. For me in the beginning it is also something that is like uncommon, because saying GRUEZI when you get into the shop, when you get into the bank, when you get into the one particular place is a new one and you say GRUEZI. This is also something that for me is now become my habit, my routine. So now let's talk about punctuality. Swiss people are so punctual, so on time. This is no secret anymore. Everybody knows about that. But being punctual, like really that you count in every second. It's just like when train come. They count every minute, every second, especially when you are having an important appointment. You have to really be punctual, really be on time. You cannot just go and come 10 minutes later because it's considered to be a crime. The next thing that become my habit, everyday routine things. Every time I go back home and I enter the house, then I tend to open the post box. So this is something that I've never done before in my home country, but here I have to. That becomes my habit, so I get used to open the box, whatever inside, although whatever I found is only the bills and the bills and the bills, nothing else. Other thing that I realized that I've never done it in my home country, but I do it like almost every day here, is that like I cannot throw away rubbish without sorting it out first. So it's like I cannot just put everything that I consider as a rubbish in a one bin. So I tend to sort it out, like this is paper rubbish, and this is plastic, and this is organic. So I cannot just put everything in one box. So I sort it out, because you know in Switzerland there is a must. You cannot throw away the used battery, for example, in together with the organic bin, because you will get a fine. So whatever you do in your home country, like your old habits, you really need to change here, because you really need to be precise that this is plastic rubbish, and this is the paper, and this is the other like organic rubbish. And I think that this method is really excellent because people get used to it and they cannot just throw away everything in one spot. Okay, the next thing is probably it's not become the habit, but something that I realize I gain here. I mean, I do it here ever since I moved in Switzerland. Is that like all of a sudden I like or I fond of cooking at home. Something that I've never done it before because there are so many good, delicious restaurants in Indonesia, so I don't have to cook it myself at home. But here there are many reasons. First of all, of course, because some dishes in restaurant are so expensive, so I think that it's way better if I cook at home rather than I go to a restaurant every day. And the second thing is probably because I came from Indonesia, and home country there are so many delicious things, and when I come to a restaurant it's kind of like, oh, this is not the taste that I would like to have, so I kind of think of doing it myself at home. So this is the reason why I like cooking at home. Okay, so here's the fact. The next thing, people here are so independent. You cannot afford to have driver or house assistant unless you are so rich. But everything here, like the household, you have to do it yourself. So like cleaning the house, and then you drive to some places, you have to do it yourself. So this is what I learned from the people here. So it becomes also my daily routine, if that cleaning the house, doing all the household, like washing the laundry, and also doing dishes at the kitchen, and yeah, cooking, and also I drive. I cannot count on somebody else because I have to do it myself. So this is also something that I changed a little bit what I've done in my previous life in my home country and here in Switzerland. So I have to be more independent. You know that in general I like meeting people. I like to spend weekend meeting people, but here in Switzerland I realized that I become less meeting people, less and less and less. I don't know why. This is like on Sunday, on weekend, I like to spend my time at home doing everything myself. So on weekdays probably something else, but on weekend I kind of like to stay at home more than before. So you become less social than before here in Switzerland, probably because not just only the weather is so cold, but also probably the people here are also cold a little bit in mentality, not in a negative way, but in general they are not so warm. There are still a lot more. It's just like on Sunday you tend to be more silent than on the other days. So I heard from people here that there are also regulations that on Sunday you are not allowed to make the party, although it is not probably become the case anymore, but still this is like a habit that on Sunday is silent day. Okay, so there is the culture or some things that I get used to do it here ever since I live and move here in Switzerland. So something that I've never done in my home country. I hope that what I share to you can be useful for you, especially if you would like to know about what people here normally do and culture, habit, and etc. And if you like my video, please give me thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and also stay positive. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye.